So I believe here is where I pull up the menus again. Yes. So pay attention to the leaves, particularly the one at the bottom. You can still get the like the really like pixel perfect look if you just apply whatchamacallit, the scan lines to the image. Although I would disadvise using scan lines if you're planning to put the footage on YouTube. It may not hurt this game in particular because it uses a lot of pre-rendered backgrounds, but pretty much anything that has a lot of movement will look like absolute crap when you apply scan lines to it. Not because it will look like, not because it looks like crap by default, but it's just because YouTube has really a lot of trouble with subtle things like scan lines. Also, it has a lot of trouble with picturing things like dot crawl, which is kind of hilarious. I tried to show it off in the previous video, which was of Rapid Reload. There was a lot of dot crawl in that one on the sky, the blue sky, but there was none to be seen. There was none to be seen in the video. It just got lost in compression. And here is a good example where we will be able to see the how the interpolation works. See, the sword in game mode 1 actually is like a slab of like has a very smooth look to it, whereas if we change to game mode 1, it just becomes very Minecrafty. Which, I mean, all things considered, it is accurate, but I still prefer the game mode 1. Not to mention, there is absolutely no input delay when you use game mode 1. And there is very little in game mode 2, don't get me wrong. But I much rather take I much rather take slight flickering and no interlacing errors than, well, interlacing errors. The interlacing errors, I mean. Now, in the battles, I've noticed absolutely no difference when it comes to either one of the modes. I was trying to get this guy to run up on me to just get the same kind of situation as before, but he wouldn't cooperate. So in the end, I just attack him. But as you can see in game mode 2, for example, on the little arrow there is a slight mess up going on. Pay attention next time I have it in game mode 2. That mess, the pieces of the box just get go out of order. Just go somewhere where they shouldn't be. It's pretty funny. And here again, since we have something that's very close to the screen, and also that tree that gives us a very good idea, like a lot of pixels, I'll be trying out things here as well. But yeah, this is game mode 2, and you can see this awkward sort of jump whenever whenever a new text box appears, which annoys me to no end. At least I think this is maybe. Yeah, this is game mode 2. I can definitely see that is the case. I was trying to see if maybe changing the sharpness would make the pixelation on it a little bit less severe. But not the case. Generally, I just keep the sharpness on 3 by default for everything. Makes things look a little bit nicer. In general, the battle visuals seem to be completely unaffected by the deinterlacing errors that occur, for example, on the overworld. Or rather, it's completely unnoticeable. I would imagine this game is pretty easy to deinterlace for the processor, since in the battles it only runs at roughly 20 frames. And here I was just comparing the how the icons look and how the text appears, but there seems to be absolutely no difference. Well, maybe it's slightly sharper, and that's that. And one more thing. I'll just show off difference between the two modes in the menus, because that's where it shows the most. So this is, I believe, game mode 1, yes. And now in game mode 2 you will notice how much different just going between the different things in the menu looks. And like with the windows appearing. Yeah, don't use anything other than game mode 1 or 2. Just don't. And here you can see there is no awkward jump or anything. So yeah, thank you very much.